just a time. Look into your eyes.
Hey loves, it's your girl Lovely Angel Lady, aka LAL. Y'all know I don't love mess, but this particular incident I really want to speak on from a therapist's perspective. I became a mental health counselor back in 2013, and let's just say it was nothing easy about completing all of the requirements. But in today's Let's Talk discussion, I'll be weighing in on the black therapists who got on Twitter and told black men that they lack emotional intelligence and need help. These men were in such an outrage that they broke boundaries and had their sister fired from her therapy job. And to make matters worse, a black woman journalist wrote an article about it and included her place of employment with the address. Ooh, child, the audacity. Before we weigh in on this, let's check out a video clip so y'all can see why the fellas were so hot and bothered. Video clips contain explicit language.
I fucking love it here. First off, y'all bitches is smart. This is the exact Blah. The comment says, I wish men would understand that emotional intelligence is so important because of how much clarity/security it would bring to your lives. Y'all think bitches just be talking in y'all ear just to be fucking talking. We don't. Y'all think bitches just want to argue with y'all because y'all refuse to expand your emotional vocabulary. We don't. It's to provide clarity for both us and y'all dusty bitches. Let me stop. This shit really truly irks me because when I say you need to expand your emotional vocabulary, it's so your life can be easier. Don't you want to be able to communicate with your bitch? I think yes, right? Long gone are the days where you can just shut down. Bitches is not tolerating that. Like, it used to be where men provided financially or with schmeat, and bitches can make their own self come and we can pay for our own shit. So I'm gonna need y'all to catch up on the emotional part. If a bitch is telling you, I need you to communicate more, open your fucking mouth. But you know what I realized? And let me back up. A common misconception about me as a clinician is that 90% of my clientele have been men, black men specifically. And what we specifically work on is expanding their emotional vocabulary because a lot of y'all motherfuckers don't even have the words to express how you're feeling. So when you expand your vocabulary and knowledge of what you are experiencing, because y'all are human beings who experience feelings and emotions and don't have to choke that shit down no more. Y'all ain't had to choke that shit down since 2016. Anyway, if y'all are not in therapy, expanding your emotional vocabulary, your life just off top is going to be more difficult. When you expand your emotional vocabulary, you expand your awareness of yourself. When you expand your emotional vocabulary, you understand how you can navigate in this bitch. This fucking weird ass world that is so hard on y'all. Like, let's acknowledge that the world is very difficult for y'all, but y'all are not making it any easier, bruh. You're not. When bitches are telling y'all to go to therapy, it's not for us, it's for y'all sad motherfuckers. Go to therapy, talk about that shit that's on your chest. You don't have to choke that shit down no more. Y'all are doing a disservice to yourself. And so let me sum this shit up. Y'all told bitches to elevate our standards. And at the cost of us elevating y'all standards, y'all got axed because y'all didn't elevate either. Bitches are not tolerating emotional abuse, emotional neglect. Step it up. Go talk to somebody. Go expand your emotional vocabulary so your life can be better, bitch. All right. Go in peace.
Let's go ahead and keep it 100. I love y'all, but y'all know I hate lies. So I'm not willing to lie to you just to tell you what you want to hear. You should be running from folks that tell you everything you want to hear, just waiting on your downfalls. People who really give a damn will tell you the truth regardless of whether or not you'll be pissed off about it. So y'all are saying y'all didn't like her delivery and her tone, but black folks often communicate with one another in this manner and don't go crying about it ever. It's very rare. And it be the same ones that's in an uproar about it that talk to people crazy every day on a regular. Like, really? Seriously? Come on now. Let's not get it twisted. Now, I ain't saying I'd get on social media and address anyone this way. That ain't me. But this sister's her own person. I wouldn't do it because as mental health professionals, we can't risk violating ethics codes regardless of where we are. We are expected to conduct ourselves in a certain way. No reason to be someone we're not, though. We just need to keep it real without going too far left. Say sis would have been speaking all sweet and proper. Many would have let that message go in one ear and right on out the other. If you know that you don't classify as dusty or sad and need help, she wasn't addressing you in the first place. Y'all can call me dumbish all day, but if the shoe don't fit, I'm not about to wear it, baby. I'm gonna be like, she wasn't talking to me, you heard me? But I'm not saying be in denial either. If you know you got issues, then, maybe it hurts because it's the truth. Before y'all know Boundary Behinds went to the extent of having this lady fired, she uploaded a video apologizing for her lingo and so forth. Let's check it out.
Hello, I would like to make a video addressing my recent video calling for men to go to therapy. Now, I will say that firstly, I would like to apologize for the colorful language that I used, but I want to express where I'm coming from. So, as a clinician, my job is not to make people change. My job is to plant seeds and help my clients water the soil and cultivate it so they have a thriving environment to grow. That is my job. Now, from a human standpoint, I entered this field because I saw a dire need for Black mental health and Black mental health professionals, because I was not always met with support. So I apologize to individuals if you felt like my language was colorful, but I want you to know more deeply where I come from. A few people have called into question my Blackness, which is to be expected. My personhood is questioned quite often. I chose to go into mental health because only 4% of clinicians are Black, yet there's 13% of Black individuals in America. So there's already a huge disparity. And I have made it my life's work to help fill that gap. Now, where my frustration comes in is I called for individuals to do better, but then my job got doxxed. I understand that people may not agree with my delivery or the things that I'm saying, but a major boundary has been crossed. I'm so passionate in my words because I'm tired of seeing men suffer. I'm tired of seeing you guys endure so much hurt and so much trauma and refusing to do anything about it when you guys have the power to do it. As a clinician, my job is to motivate and empower, and it came across angry and aggressive because as a Black woman, I'm also tired of being hurt. I'm tired of being hurt by the very entity that I love the most, which is the Black man. I have made it my life's work, dedicated myself to encouraging and uplifting Black people, especially the Black man. But my words came across very, very spicy because you guys are dying. Whether it be gun violence, whether it be you guys killing each other, whether it be you guys killing yourselves, because you endure a lot. And I see that because I am your other half. I am your partner. I am your equal. I am not your enemy. Despite the words that I used, I want you guys to understand that my message is clear. You have to grow. You have to move and shift as a person. But sometimes you cannot do that shit alone. Men depression rates are skyrocketing. Men's suicide rates are skyrocketing. I'm not making these statistics, I'm just drawing light on this topic. Forgive me if I seem passionate in my words. I'm only passionate because I'm tired of seeing Black men die. I cannot articulate the feeling of the perpetual trauma that I have experienced, that Black men have experienced, that I am beyond tired of seeing. I have children who cry in session because they wonder why their dads didn't show up to their birthday. I have teenagers who don't feel important because they didn't have someone to tell them that they love them. They didn't have that strong male support to make them feel like they're okay. And I'm only coming from a place because I didn't have that. I love nothing more than to see the Black man prosper, but y'all are not. Y'all are not, and it's hurting me. So I apologize for saying y'all are dusty. I apologize for that, but my message is clear. Y'all are hurting and you desperately need to talk to someone. As a Black woman, I see you. I have been there for you. I have dedicated my life to listening so you can heal the generational trauma that has been inflicted upon you since our arrival in this country. The Black family has been systematically dismantled, and you're only upholding the dismantlement by not fixing yourself. I may have projected some of my personal feelings. I understand that I'm a human being, but I'm only projecting from a place of hurt. Some of the deepest, darkest things I've experienced have been perpetrated against me by Black men. But I see that y'all are coming from a hurt place.
Minus the quote-unquote colorful language, this therapist has a point. She told no lies about the need for mental health treatment in the Black community. We all need growth, which requires self-improvement. Our pride or egos shouldn't stand in the way of being honest enough with ourselves to make an effort to seek the help we need. Y'all out there, some are so traumatized that they can't even communicate effectively without acting a complete clown. You are doing to your families and children unnecessary damage. Please understand that therapists are human, y'all. For those out there saying she didn't apologize, just stop it. You want to stay mad. Maybe you missed it or simply don't accept her apology. I hate to see Black women and Black men just steadily going back and forth at each other. It's so sickening, it makes me want to throw up. We've got to be the change that we want to see, period. Let's just stop making excuses and hold ourselves accountable for our actions. We aren't elementary-aged kids, although some of y'all seem to be walking around with the hurt young child within you. That calls for healing, baby. You have to love yourself enough to want to do better and be better. Sis could very well be experiencing some countertransference from her past traumas. Sometimes we have unfinished business to address and don't realize it until something triggers us. This is why it's important for mental health and other helping professionals to engage in self-care. You didn't think about these severely mentally ill clients. You basically proved her right by allowing your anger to drive you to the point of having her fired. Another thing to remember is that we can't save them all. Dedicate your time and efforts to those that truly want it. Helping a few is far better than helping none. God helped me understand that because I didn't even want to become a therapist at first. Someone scared the mess out of me with the suicidal incident when I was younger. I didn't want to be responsible for the ones I couldn't save. Some folk ain't trying to help nobody but themselves. Also, y'all, please stop associating this with HIPAA violations. I can tell some of y'all are only repeating what you've heard. If she did, all I got to say about that is prove it, baby. Prove it. The lack of knowledge is so obvious when people want to act like they know it all. Lesson learned, though. Let's be mindful of how we present ourselves. Let's get counseling if and when we need it. Let's please act like the adults that we are. I can tell y'all these things Not only am I a mental health professional, but I'm human. I went through things throughout my life and my childhood, but guess what? I didn't leave that business unfinished. I addressed it and started working on healing. And that's what you all need to do. My father wasn't consistently in my life, but I didn't allow that to have me going around hating every black man in this world. Like, come on, y'all. Y'all tripping. Y'all be set tripping for no reason. Like, you ain't got to stay angry. Yeah, it might have not been right what happened to you, but guess what? You hurting yourself. You hurting your own families. Let's get it together. Seriously, though, I love y'all. I hope y'all were able to get something positive and something that y'all understand that you could benefit from today from this Let's Talk discussion. Your girl LAL loves y'all so very much. Please work on improving and doing better. Like I said, we've got to be the change that we want to see. So please share this video. Go follow your girl on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Please comment down below. I'd like to know your thoughts on this incident. All I ask is that you keep it respectful. You heard me? Please do subscribe and join the LAL fam. Later, loves.